He's the new running back in Carolina, joining us here on the Rich Eisen Show once again. How you been, Christian?
Oh, I'm doing great. I appreciate you having me on the show.
I am appreciative of having you on. How much were you asked during the combine process about sitting out the Sun Bowl, Christian?
Oh, a whole lot. That was pretty much the topic of conversation to start, in all the meetings I had. And, I just gave them my answer, and then we moved on to talking football.
So what was your answer, if you don't mind me asking you to repeat it?
Honestly, it's a personal decision for me, something where it was an unbelievably hard decision to make. I had talked with my dad a little bit, and the emotional decision was to play. I really wanted to play in the game, and after weighing out all the options and talking with my teammates and a lot of loved ones first, I decided that, it would be best for my future and to protect my dream if I had sat out.
So would you have sat out if you were in a national semifinal or a chance to play for the championship at Stanford, Christian?
That's a good question. I don't know how to answer that because I wasn't in that situation. And, I think if I was, I would have to definitely rethink all options. But, I can't answer that because I wasn't put in that position.
What was your position on private workouts? I was told you weren't saying yes to anybody asking you for a private workout during the talent evaluation portion of the calendar. Is that true?
Well, I think I got asked to do one private workout. I didn't get asked to do a whole lot of private workouts. So I know when they said all that, it wasn't like I had declined 100 workouts. I don't even think I got asked to work out once, to be honest with you. But regardless, I think I did the combine. I have 3 seasons of tape up. I did my pro day. I did all the running back stuff and receiver stuff and return stuff at the combine. At my pro day, I did, a lot of different routes and did special team stuff too. So I felt like at that point, I got a season to get ready for, and I've put everything out there that teams need to see, and my job now is to get ready for rookie minicamp and be in the best shape possible. And so, when you're traveling, doing all these workouts, going from place to place, it kind of conflicts with that.
Christian McCaffrey joining me here on the Rich Eisen Show, and I don't know if you've heard the conversation in the national football media. Certainly, we were having it at the draft on the set of the NFL Network the night you were drafted, and then the 2 days certainly thereafter in Philadelphia, is with Leonard Fournette going 4th overall, you going 8th overall, neither of you playing in a bowl game, that you might be sort of, if you will, the George Washingtons of a new movement. What would you tell kids coming out of college about playing in their bowl games, Christian?
It's a tough decision, but at the end of the day, it's everyone's personal decision. I can't fault someone for making a decision if that's, what they believe is best for them and their heart. There are 100 different reasons to play in that game, and there are 100, there's other reasons to not play. And at the end of the day, it's a man talking to himself, making a decision that's going to benefit his future, and whatever he wants to do, that's what he should do. So
now you're in Carolina. What is your role going to be in the offense, best you can tell first blush, having been there for just a couple of weeks?
I hope it's similar to what it was at Stanford. A lot of running back. That's my main position is running back, and if they need to split me out, then great. And I hope I can have an impact on special teams as well. But right now I'm just trying to learn the offense, doing everything I can to have an A+ on that. So that I can just go out and play fast.
Has Ryan Khalil given you the rookie handbook yet? He wrote a book about this whole business, Christian. You know about that?
I actually just bought that yesterday on Amazon, trying to support the book. For those of you that haven't, get the book, The Rookie Handbook by Ryan Khalil. It should be a bestseller.
Well, the best part about the book is, Christian, right? You know what it is?
I don't know the best part yet. No, I haven't read it.
The forward, because guess who wrote the forward for that book?
Who?
That would be me, Christian. I wrote it. Okay.
Well, perfect then.
Oh, yeah. I wrote it. There is an I in Rich and Eisen, sir. Okay? So it's about me. It may have been written by, Khalil and Gross and Handgardner, but definitely it's about my forward. Now you are a rookie in the league. What's your conversations with Cam Newton been like so far?
Oh, he had called me after the draft and all that, and then, now it's just getting ready to go. I saw him in the locker room a couple times, but he's such an awesome leader and a great teammate already, and I can tell that, and I can't wait to play next to him.
So here you are now in the NFL. Who would you say that you would model your game after? Who would that be? That somebody, because we always make comparisons, Christian. Who would you compare yourself to?
Oh man, that's tough. That's such a hard question. I watch a lot of guys on tape and try to model my game after, a bunch of different guys. I love watching LaShawn McCoy and Le'Veon Bell run. And I love watching Tyreek Hill when he gets spread out and runs sweeps and punt return, kick return, all that stuff. But there's so many great players in the league now that I watch, and I actually watch a lot of defensive players. I've watched Luke Kuechly and Thomas Davis, guys like that all the time, just to see, how they key on offensive players to, try to combat that. So it's going to be fun, competing with the best in the league every day in practice.
And Marshall Faulk said when he's watching you play, he would tell me that Reggie Bush leaps to mind watching you. Do you think that's a fair comparison?
Oh, definitely. I wore number 5 because of Reggie Bush, and I watch him all the time, and I watched a lot of Marshall Faulk too, man. That guy kind of started the whole, way I run the ball and doing everything and being versatile. He was kind of the pinpoint of that, and so being compared to guys like him and Reggie, that's an honor for me.
Marshall would know what everybody on the field would do: quarterback, wide receiver, running back. He would know that. Is that something that you strive to do, that you're going to go out there knowing what everybody's route is supposed to be, not just yours?
Oh, definitely. I think to start, though, you got to know your position and you got to perfect that, and it definitely takes time. But it's definitely easier once you're able to know, what the O-line does, what the receivers do, and base that off whatever defense the other team is running. It's a lot easier to play. You play a lot faster, and the game kind of slows down for you. So, that's something that I think all the great players are really good at.
Did you choose 22 as your number?
Oh, I did choose 22, yes.
Why?
Yeah, it was actually the first number I ever wore in Little League. I wore 22. And then I ended up changing to 5 because of Reggie Bush, but you can't wear a single digit in the pros. So it was between 22 or a couple 30s numbers, so I chose 22.
Were you wearing 22 when you weaved your way through the mascots in that halftime game in Denver years ago, and then
that's where it all started,
and pulled out the Sharpie from your sock?
That's right,
Christian. That's some next level material right there.
Yeah, man. I grew up watching a lot of football. So T.O. he sparked a little light bulb in my brain, and when I saw that, I knew that was the only opportunity I could have to do that. Because
Mariucci loves you so much, Christian. Again, we've been watching you at the previous level, and now he just loves your game. And then we showed him that video for the first time, and he's laughing, watching the little kid go through it, and then he takes a Sharpie out of his sock, and he just put his head in his hands, and he's just like, oh, my gosh.
I think that's what my parents did, too.
Did they really? Oh, man.
Probably, yeah. Well, actually, to kind of go over that whole story, I was playing 2 years older. I was playing up with my older brother. That was actually his team I was playing on. And, the whole thing was a halftime show, and so everybody wanted to whoever wanted to score, they had to do some kind of celebration. And so I was the youngest kid, so that no one else wanted to do it. So they made me do it kind of as like an initiation thing. So I was like, all right, I'll do it. And then I think I played out well for me.
I did. Well, look, it's all worked out, Christian. I mean, it is. Yeah. Let's just put it that way. So can you tell me, because I'm a Michigan guy, tell me what Luke's all about here. And Dylan.
Dylan, yeah, Dylan's going to Michigan. Luke's the youngest one. Dylan,
no, I know that. Tell me what Dylan's all about here.
Dylan, he's great, man. He's awesome. I've had, the privilege of watching him grow up, and our family's so tight, man. I have 3 brothers, older one, 2 younger, and we're constantly doing stuff. Every day growing up after school, we're playing 2-on-2. Whether it's basketball, football, baseball, or just wrestling, whatever it is. And so to watch him grow, literally and metaphorically speaking, has been pretty awesome. So I can't wait to see what he does in the future. I mean, he's got all the physical abilities in the world, but he's also an unbelievable kid and a great leader. And I hope the best for him.
Yeah, he's going to be in Harbaugh's hands. That's what
That's right. Yeah, he's got a great coach.
That's right. Yeah, absolutely. And I love working with your coach too, David Shaw, sitting there on the set with me at the draft, and when Solomon Thomas went to, he sat up there. When you went to, he sat up there like a proud dad, and he just thinks the world of you. And I just love working with him. He's just one of the nicest, most brilliant guys I've sat next to at a draft. He's a good man, that Coach Shaw, Christian.
Yeah, definitely. No, that's how he is every single day too. He doesn't change. He is who he is, and I think I speak for everyone who who's played for him, that it really is an honor to go to work with that guy every day. So I love Coach Shaw.
Well, Christian, thanks for joining. Really appreciate it. Congrats on your drafting, and we'll have you on down the road during the season.
Sounds good. Yeah, I appreciate you having me on.
You got it. That's Christian McCaffrey.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.
If you liked some of that, get some more of that on the Rich Eisen Show app. Follow all the information you see right here on the Rich Eisen Show.